Right, we're just making this video in the hope that it will be of use for people buying tickets on the website, on the ticketing site, and when they come to the stadium to watch a game with the COVID restrictions in place. So first of all, the new sign at the end of Heritage Road introduces the Fox's Biscuit Stadium. And could I say that anybody who comes to the stadium, the first thing you need to remember is please bring a mask with you, so that you can wear a mask when, particularly when walking around the stadium. You may also wish to park your vehicle on the streets, but it is possible to travel along Heritage Road, and our car parks in the stadium will be open until they are full with vehicles, so you may be able to park near the stadium if you so wish, as per normal, but obviously there will be social distancing between vehicles. So if we now go towards the stadium and take the matter further. So as you approach the stadium down Heritage Road, we have the players' entrance, and the first set of turnstiles is the Paul Harrison entrance, and you'll see there that we have a new ticket office. So if there's anybody for any reason collecting tickets on the day, that's where you need to collect your tickets from. But please remember that if you are collecting tickets, please arrive early. We don't want any queues there if at all possible, and if there is any form of queue there, please remember to social distance. The only people to use the Paul Harrison turnstile block to gain entrance to the stadium are those in the K2 stand. And if you're not wanting to go to the bar behind the Glenn Tomlinson stand before the game, then we suggest that you arrive between 2:30 and 3 p.m. on the day of the game to gain entrance to the K2 stand, because there's no food and drink within that area to be purchased. So you may want to leave it near the kick-off to arrive for that particular stand. And of course, to the left of that stand is one of the parking areas which will be functional on the day. So I'm now coming out of the players' entrance onto the pitch, and clearly on the left hand side you will see the K2 stand. The outlet there, the Bulldogs 1880 bar, will not be open on the day of the game. That's the point. There will be no food and drink for sale on this side of the ground. So as you come through the Paul Harrison turnstiles, obviously it's a short distance to the K2 stand, and there are 4 blocks where you can buy seats on the ticketing site, where there will be social distancing taking place within those seats. So that's the K2 stand if you wish to purchase tickets. And toilet facilities, we have our new ladies and gents toilets to the side of the stand there, and we still have the old disabled toilet there. So there's full toilet facilities on this side of the ground for anybody who wishes to purchase tickets in that stand. You will not be allowed to travel from that stand round by the players' entrance towards the beach stand, as this players' entrance area is what's called a red zone, which is for players and officials only, and so you will not be allowed to travel that way. If for any reason you wanted to go to the Bulldog bar behind the Glenn Tomlinson stand, then first of all you need to wear a mask to travel around the ground, and you would need to travel down along the bottom behind the posts to find the bar behind the Glenn Tomlinson stand. So the next area of the ground that you may wish to purchase a ticket for is the bead stand. This is the covered standing area behind the top posts, and that's the stand where you can view the game and buy a ticket in the bead stand. From there you would not be able to come past the players' entrance again, because I've said that's a red zone, but you could travel in that direction, obviously wearing a mask, If you wanted to go to the toilets that are at the end of the beach stand in that area, or you wanted to travel around to the bar behind the Glenn Tomlinson stand. But that's the stand that you need to purchase, beach stand, if you wish to stand behind the top posts. Behind the bottom post is the open terrace. That's the Craig Lingard terrace. So if you wish to view the game from behind the bottom posts on that open terrace, you need to buy a ticket in the Craig Lingard terrace area on the ticketing site. Again, you will be able to travel along the gangways to the bar and the kitchen area behind the Glenn Tomlinson stand. Then to the bottom of the ground, between the Craig Lingard terrace and the Glenn Tomlinson stand, is a small terrace known by many as the 9 Oil. That's the Ron Earnshaw terrace. So again, if you want to buy a ticket in the Ron Earnshaw terrace, that's where you would be standing. And again, no food or drink in that area, but it's only a short distance to the bar and the kitchen area behind the Glenn Tomlinson stand. That's the Ron Earnshaw terrace. At the top of the ground is a short terrace, the Roy Powell terrace. That is clearly between the beach stand behind the posts, coming round towards the Glenn Tomlinson stand on the halfway line. So if you want to buy a ticket in the Roy Powell terrace in that area, that's the name of the terrace that you need to purchase for. And again, no eating and drinking on the terrace itself, but again, it's only a short distance to the bar and the kitchen behind the Glenn Tomlinson stand. The final stand, of course, is itself the Glenn Tomlinson stand. This is the second stand with seats, and you will be able to purchase seats in that stand on the ticketing site, where there is social distancing arranged, so there will be empty seats every other row and 2 seats between bubbles. But that's the Glenn Tomlinson stand if you wish to purchase seats there. Could I suggest that anybody who wanting in a bubble, so you want the bubble to all sit together, try to book the tickets together, and you can go in a bubble in each of the seated stands in a bubble of 6, or I suppose 2 families if there are more than 6 people. But a bubble of 6 is the maximum, and then there would need to be 2 spare seats between you and the next bubble. But you'll see on the ticketing site that the some seats have already been blocked out, which have been left empty, and you'll see what you can book on the site. So if when approaching the ground and you wanted to park a vehicle and you are guided behind the beach stand along the road there, then there is parking facilities near the entrance to the Glenn Tomlinson stand. So the Richard Price entrance there will not be open on the day. So the only other entrance that's open is the Carl Gibson entrance, and obviously there is a parking area there which will be utilised until full. But if you are viewing the game anywhere else other than the K2 stand, then this is the entrance that you need to come to. Can I suggest that anybody wanting to have a drink before the game or something to eat before the game arrives early to avoid queues, and then the people that are not eating and drinking may arrive later to go through this entrance at a different time to avoid queues. But if there is a queue, then please remember to socially distance and to wear masks. But this is the entrance that you will be coming to for most of the ground. We're now behind the Glenn Tomlinson stand, and there obviously is the kitchen and the Bulldog bar. We will be serving drinks and food from those entrances. There'll be no entrance inside the bar, so queues will be formed there. And again, please remember to socially distance when queuing for either food or drink, and then people can eat and drink at the picnic tables in this area. And clearly there are toilet facilities for everyone to cater for anybody in this area. After the game, this bar will be open, so anybody, depending on the weather, obviously it will be weather dependent, anybody wanting a drink after the game, this is the area where we will be opening. And if you've been in any part of the ground, if you're coming to this area, please do so promptly. And if you're leaving the stadium without coming to the bar area after the game, then we're asked to ask you to leave as promptly as possible and have a safe journey home. So hopefully this video will remind people the names of the different terraces and the different areas of the ground to assist when purchasing tickets on the ticketing site. The Bulldogs Doghouse will be opened by the Supporters Club for a short time after the game, but not during or before the game. I'm not sure about at this moment in time, about the Bissa store being open behind the Tomlinson stand. It won't be able to be open before the game, and we just need clarification whether it will be open after the game or not. Final thing, we won't be doing the Golden Gamble draw at the match to buy tickets for a draw, and we won't be doing the half-time draw on the ticketing site this week. I think people have got enough problems buying tickets for the game anyway. So what we are doing is including a ticket within the purchase price of the match ticket for a half-time draw, and everybody who purchases a match ticket will automatically go in the half-time draw with a prize there, which we'll let you know on the day. So that is in place of the Golden Gamble and the half-time draw this week. So free entry with the ticket, with your match ticket, into that half-time draw. And I think that it just about finishes with information about ticketing, and hope that everybody attends, everybody abides by the rules, particularly the social distancing and the rules that are on the tickets and on the website, so that everybody is safe. Remember, these are not the club rules. These are rules that are here because we're still in a pandemic, and obviously there are still concerns about the Indian variant in Kirklees in any event. So there's a reason behind the rules, and those are the reasons. So I look forward to seeing you at the game.